Ladies and gentlemen, in 2013 and 2017, the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, supported President Uhuru Kenyatta. And President Uhuru Kenyatta at that time enjoyed full support of the deep state, because the deep state was keen on stopping Raila Odinga from becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya at all cost. Raila Odinga had scared them in 2007. And the deputy president had hoped that President Uhuru Kenyatta was actually going to keep his word and support him for the presidency in 2022. But that's not going to happen, which means the deputy president is not going to enjoy the support of the deep state. And that's why, if you've been listening to the deputy president and his speeches of late, he's been very bitter with President Uhuru Kenyatta, and he's also been referring to Raila Odinga as a state project. But the deputy president is very keen and is doing everything possible to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. But the question which most Kenyans are asking, will the deep state allow William Ruto to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya? William Ruto is currently facing three major headaches. The first headache is the state machinery. Is it possible for an outsider to come and win the presidency just like that? I know most people will always give us the case of Mwai Kibaki. Personally, I've always opined on this platform that Mwai Kibaki was actually a state project, because apart from Mwai Kibaki, the other person who would have been the president at that time was either going to be George Saitoti or even Raila Odinga. And Mwai Kibaki was repaid because in 1992, 1997, he was actually used to scatter the opposition. But let's assume Mwai Kibaki won against the deep state. Can William Ruto win against the deep state? So the first challenge he's facing is state machinery. Can William Ruto successfully launch campaign up to the ballot and defeat the state machinery? Where state machinery, we're talking of the police, we are talking of IBC, we are talking of the intelligence reports and the rest. The second challenge he's facing is that the deputy president has surrounded himself with people of questionable characters. And that's a fodder for the deep state. They can easily target some of those people. The other day I was reading this lady, the billionaire, whose accounts are likely to be frozen, the Rigathi Gachagua being dragged to court, people like Rashid Echesa, being arrested, dragged to court every single day. Will those people withstand the pressure from the deep state? And the third challenge William Ruto is facing is the man Raila Odinga, his main challenger. Because Raila Odinga has always campaigned, and his supporters believe that he has always won, but without the deep state. So it means Raila Odinga now, with the support of the deep state, is a serious challenge for the deputy president. But the deputy president is working something. He has developed new strategies to actually defeat President Uhuru Kenyatta and what he calls state project Raila Odinga. So in this video today, I want us to look at the new strategies, which are now very clear because William Ruto has been campaigning, the new strategies which the deputy president hopes will be able to help him defeat both Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta in August. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, the channel cannot be where it is. Sawa. So just give this video thumbs up. Very easy, the best way. Share the comments. Drop your comments so that we can read. And also, share the videos in your WhatsApp. I was going through the comments in my last video because I had asked you guys to name at least 3 people you think will play a key role, new faces, around Raila Odinga in this election. And most of you guys are just giving me 1 name or 2 names. So you come mmeshindwa, but I've compiled the list based on the comments. So normally when you give these comments here, I take them seriously, not just for granted. I take them seriously. And my next video is likely to be on 10 individuals who are likely to play a key role on Raila Odinga's campaigns. And they are actually based on the feedback I got from here. But I'll give you why those people, because they're actually, most of them are tallying with the list I had prepared. I think only 2 are missing. Now let us get back to the main issue. Can William Ruto defeat the deep state? Because William Ruto has always been very clear on 2 things. Number 1, his votes cannot be stolen. Why is he sure? Number 2, he's also sure that he's going to win. So his votes cannot be stolen, and he's also sure he's going to win. Which means William Ruto must be declared the President of the Republic of Kenya. Is that going to happen? Yes or no answer. But let me not go into those. Let us focus on the new strategies which the Deputy President has devised. The first strategy, if you've been following his campaigns, is to counter President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga's plans. He has done this successfully. When Uhuru and Raila entered into the handshake, he opposed the handshake, went around the country, convinced President Uhuru Kenyatta's support base that the handshake was meant for mtu wa kitandawili. Again, when the BBI project came up, what happened? He opposed it. BBI ended up falling or failing, and it was attributed to him. Lately, there was the OneKenyans Movement. And personally, I always believed that OneKenyans Movement was actually designed the way it was designed to help Raila Odinga. But what has the Deputy President done to OneKenyans Movement? He went there, picked OneKenyans Movement, co-principals, 2 of them, to his camp. The result is that OneKenyans Movement collapsed. So that is his strategy if you've been following the Deputy President, trying to counter Uhuru and Raila plans. Even in rallies, the Deputy President has always tried so much to go to any region where Raila Odinga has gone. Like when Raila Odinga was in Muranga, expect the Deputy President to be in Muranga. When Raila Odinga goes to this place, expect him to go to those places. The only challenge he's facing is that as things stand today, if William Ruto is not on the campaign trail, you won't see UDA anywhere. Unlike Raila Odinga, like yesterday, Oparanya had a meeting, successful meeting. Munya had a successful meeting in Meru. Joho and the team had successful meetings in Mombasa. Ruto does not have a team which can actually go outside there on their own and campaign. So that's the first thing. Counter Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta's plans. His second strategy is what they are calling people-driven strategy. In their people-driven strategy, William Ruto has created a network. And that network is coming from the ground up to the national level. So that when the Deputy President wants to go to my village in Nyakach, he has a team from the ground moving upwards. Some kind of mijikumi. The only problem with that is that the provincial administration is not supportive of him. So the provincial administration can actually frustrate him. The intelligence system can easily penetrate the team. But that people-driven strategy was working for him. And that's why when the news about UDA ANC coalition agreement emerged, where they were zoning, there were a bit of resistance, especially from William Ruto's side, because they have actually worked hard and they've created what they are calling people-driven strategy, starting from the ward level, moving upwards. So that strategy, they hope, will be able to help them. The third strategy, which if you are keen has been trying to do, is to identify strong candidates in an area, then let them compete, then negotiate with them. After, I think, maybe it's conducting polls, or maybe some are being convinced to go the other side, or some are convinced to step down. He has been doing it. In Kakamega, for example, Boni Alwale is a strong gubernatorial candidate. So William Ruto, in his own wisdom, decided he was not going to have another gubernatorial candidate on UDA, but to promote Boni Alwale. So when he entered into a coalition agreement with the ANC, Malala wanted also to be the governor. So what the DP is currently doing is that he's negotiating with these two gentlemen, so that one of them can go to the Senate and another can remain at the gubernatorial seat. Which means ultimately, if Boni Alwale is strong, Malala is strong, if they combine those forces, one for the Senate, one for the gubernatorial seat, then the equation will change. In Nairobi, he hopes to do the same. He's likely going to convince Margaret Wanjiru to step down for Sakaja, so that they can bag the gubernatorial seat. In Kirinyaga, it failed because Ngirishi believed that she had done a lot of groundwork and that Anne Waiguru came late. But as much as that's happening, as long as there's the resistance, but for him, he tried. And the DP has been trying that in so many constituencies, so many counties, where he identifies candidates. Strong candidates are then told, wachia mwingine. Serikali ni kubwa, hata mukia utapata, but bado ni nyama. The fourth strategy is now the direct confrontation with the president. If there's one thing which William Ruto has always avoided, is confronting President Uhuru Kenyatta. But we're now seeing a more bold deputy president coming out to challenge the president, even in his own backyard. We are seeing William Ruto and his allies now more boldly attacking the president. For example, the president is supposed to start going to the larger Mount Kenya region to campaign for Raila Odinga. What is the deputy president doing about it? The deputy president is telling the residents of those republics that President Uhuru Kenyatta ought to have done for you A, B, C, D, but he has failed, but now he's coming to you guys with a project. Stop that project. His allies, Rigathi Gachagua and the rest, are now challenging the president that when we come, just come. But we have questions for you. Tell us who stole our land. Tell us why, what you have done for us. So the deputy president and his allies are now boldly attacking President Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta. So that strategy will give them opportunity. Like if the president is going to a place in central Kenya, for example, and they've already confronted him with issues, then the president maybe will be forced to respond. And number 5 is to paint Raila Odinga as a project. There is history in this country which you can't run away from. The history of Kenyans rejecting projects. Uhuru Kenyatta was supposed to support the deputy president. That's a fact. I don't know whether that would have also qualified as a state project. But let us face the reality. The reality is that Raila Odinga has contested for the presidency 4 times, 97, 2002, 97, 2007, 2013, 2017. This is going to be his 5th time. So 4 times he's contested completely as an outsider. This time he's also contesting. I'm sure even if Uhuru were not to support him, he would still contest. But the deputy president is now projecting Raila Odinga as a state project because Kenyans have a history of rejecting state project. And by projecting Raila Odinga as a state project, what the deputy president is trying to do is that he's the only candidate who is not a state project. which means he's the only candidate who is now standing with the people and for the people. And lastly is branding. Branding. William Ruto's rallies are well branded. When Ruto is going to a place, even to pray, a day to that event, branding is done, so that the presence of his party is felt everywhere. And that's working to his advantage, because his is a new party. He needs the visibility. How do you get the visibility? Ensure that everywhere, like when William Ruto is going to a rally in Kapengoria or Kisii, they'll hoist that wheelbarrow up in all their rallies, a day to or 2 days to. They'll create the momentum. Wheelbarrows will be painted in those villages. Wheelbarrows will be painted and they'll be carried to the venue. So that's branding. And that's the last strategy. And by the way, I don't know whether he's also using this, but William Ruto was against forming coalitions. But now we are seeing William Ruto embracing Mudavadi. We are seeing William Ruto embracing Weta. I don't know what you think, whether that's a new strategy which is also employing. And again, when I talk of to counter plans, for example, he's also doing what is called checkmating. William Ruto is identifying where Raila Odinga is doing well, then he put checkmate. Like Raila Odinga bagged Professor Kivutha Kiwana. William Ruto went for his deputy. When that young boy sang the Sipangungi guy, graced the Raila Odinga occasion, what happened next was that William Ruto went for his partner. So he's also trying to checkmate Uhuru and Raila. I don't know what to think, but that's my take. Thank you guys for taking your time to watch the channel. The channel is growing. I can see right now we are at exactly 151,042. That's big, guys. That's only possible because of your support. Because I don't think, I personally don't think these figures, I have my laptop here. I don't think these figures here, I don't think these figures, 150,000, can lie. It's because you guys are supporting the channel. Thank you guys. And you are free to donate for me a laptop if you want. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. By the way, someone came and he phoned me with this HP and he was like, hey, why don't you use a Mac? I told him this is what I have. Enjoy your day, guys. Bye-bye.